everyone, it's Matt from Train Sim Society and welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new. We've officially got our brand new May 2025 roadmap and a ton of stuff to go over. But before we dive into all the new stuff, I want to take a few minutes to directly compare this month's roadmap to April's. We're going to look at what's changed, what's been released, what's moved closer to launch, and what is brand new. And then once we've done all that, we're going to go through every single item listed in the new roadmap with details straight from the official update. So let's kick things off by going over what has changed between April and May, starting with the stuff that's already been released. First, we have the East Coast Mainline Diesel Rail Tour Pack from Athena Simulation and the Cargo Line Volume 3 Intermodal from Skyhook Games. Both of these were listed in the approaching soon but have officially been released. So if you were interested in these DLCs and didn't already know they were out, they are now available and you can pick them up if you want. Now for the content that's moved up the timeline, this is always a good sign that things are getting closer to release. We have the Class 86/2 by Just Trains, the Transport for Wales Class 142 Pacer, and the Manchester Airport commuter route from Alan Thompson Simulation have all been bumped up from the further down the track section into the approaching soon section. Honestly, this tells me it's probably about 2 to 3 months out, because that's the timeline that you need to be in that section. I don't know, 2 to 3 months from now is kind of pushing into what will likely be Train Sim World 6 territory. So I saw a comment in one of my last videos mentioning that S-Bahn's definitely going to be a TSW6 release, and you know, now with this roadmap not getting an official release date for it, I'm kind of starting to feel like it's going to be the launch route for TSW6. We saw the same thing happen with San Bernardino, where it was on the Train Sim World 4 roadmap, but ended up being a Train Sim World 5 core release. So I don't know. I'm not saying all of these things here are going to be new releases because they have to have something for the big reveal, but I wouldn't be surprised if one of them on here is saved for TSW6. We also saw a couple of brand new additions to the roadmap this month that weren't there in April. There's now a UK gameplay pack listed in the approaching soon section. There's no developer attached to it, so I'm assuming it's Dovetail Games. And then we have the further down the track section, an unannounced route being developed by All Aboard Studios, which is another new addition. And for everything that hasn't moved at all, Frankfurt S-Bahn is still right where it was last month, the same with the BR194 and E94 Rail Tour Pack from TSG, Cargo Line Volume 4 Military from Skyhook, and the DBBR420, Tadami Line, and the Santa Fe Gameplay Pack from High Iron Simulations. I will say that I really do believe at this point that the Tadami Line is probably going to be a core release route with TSW6 at this point. I think there's only like a couple of people working on it and it's taking them a while, I understand it, but I'm really starting to worry that they took on too ambitious of a project for such a small team and it being their first time partnering for Train Sim World. I don't know if that may have been the best idea for them. I'm all for giving them as much time as they need, but I wouldn't be shocked if they're starting to stress out a little bit. So all of those that I listed are still in progress, but haven't shifted categories. Same deal with the improvements projects, the Great Western Express remaster, the Richmond extension for the Mild May line, and the Köln-Aachen timetable update are still listed as ongoing. Köln-Aachen is out for PC, but PC only, but it's still listed there because they're still working on it for Epic Games and consoles, and we're gonna get more into that later on in the roadmap. Now let's begin our deep dive, starting with Frankfurt S-Bahn. This is one of the bigger and more exciting upcoming routes on the roadmap at the current moment. It's going to cover 3 different lines, the S1, S8, and S9, which are all part of the S-Bahn Rhine-Main network. The total route distance is over 80 kilometers and it serves 26 stations running from Frankfurt Main Hauptbahnhof, including the underground TIEF platforms all the way out to Wiesbaden. Each one of these 3 lines takes a slightly different path. The S1 heads west out of Frankfurt and stays north of the main river, serving suburban areas on the way to Wiesbaden. The S8 and S9 go south toward Frankfurt Airport's regional station, then continue down to Mainbahn, serving all stops south of the river. And I did talk about this in our last roadmap video, but thanks to community feedback, the long distance station at Frankfurt Airport is now included as well, and it's going to open up the possibility for additional layers like ICE and IC services. It's also been confirmed there are over 1,000 playable services for this route, which is insane. That's more than double the playable services that we have on Frankfurt Fulda, so it's going to be very, very busy. I am praying for my computer. So for rolling stock, we're getting the brand new DB-BR430. This will be the main unit for the S-Bahn services. Then we've got an updated version of the BR423, which has new physics and a regional specific interior. And finally, the BR143 paired with Dosto coaches will be handling regional RB services out of Wiesbaden. All of that combined means this route is going to feel very, very alive, especially if you've got other German routes that can layer in extra traffic. There's a reason this is going to be for Gen 9 only. There is just absolutely no way the older systems are going to be able to handle a timetable like this. Next up, we have Cargo Line Volume 4 Military, the follow-up to the recently released intermodal pack. This one's coming from Skyhook Games again and takes a totally different direction. Instead of containers, we're getting a military-themed freight experience, which this is the one that I'm looking forward to most, more than the other ones. I just feel like this one provides a much different experience. It's more unique overall, so for sure looking forward to it. The highlight is a brand new KWA Warwell wagon in a weathered military green livery. It's got a unique lower central section and comes in 3 load variants: empty, loaded with an armored personal carrier, or loaded with a 3-axle MRAP. The pack also includes the Class 66 diesel in DB red and gray liveries. And like the last pack, this one isn't just about new rolling stock. It comes with 3 new scenarios, journey mode gameplay, and expanded timetable services for Great Western Express, West Coast Mainline, Preston to Carlisle. So if you're looking to mix in some more freight variety, this one is going to deliver. And I'm assuming it's going to substitute on other routes as well, or at least hope so. Now let's talk about the BR194 and E94 Rail Tour pack from TSG. They've been sharing more behind the scenes development info. A lot of the BR194 model has been completely rebuilt from scratch. Things like the cooling pipes, vents, roof equipment, and lighting components have all been redone. They even showed off a model image where every rebuilt part was highlighted in pink just to show how much was custom work. They've also been working closely with the preservation group EZW, who've provided technical drawings and helped nail down accurate sound recordings. One standout locomotive in the pack is the E94-088, originally built in 1943, then converted into a 1020 in 1970, retired in 1994, and later restored back to its E94 condition in 2013. It's still operational today, and a portion of this pack's proceeds will go towards helping EZW continue their preservation work. This one is Gen 9 and PC only. We've also got a small update on the DB-BR420. TSG has implemented a feature where the driver's seat functions as a door blocker, just like in real life. So if the seat is in its normal spot, the right side cab door won't open. You need to slide it over to access the door. They also added dynamic folding seats for AI passengers. When someone sits down, the seats unfold and it folds back up when they stand up. It's a little detail, but it's nice to see that kind of realism being built in. There's also a minor visual update in the cab with an older speaker panel design that's specific to the Frankfurt version. I'd love to see more of these small details like the ones they're adding on the seats added in for other trains that also have the same thing. Alright, so let's talk about the Manchester Airport commuter route from Allen Thompson Simulation. This one's back on the roadmap in the 0 to 3-month section after being removed previously, so the team could focus on bug fixing and optimization. So development is going well, and the team says timetables and layers are finished. FPS performance is way better now, and they're just taking care of final polish and bug fixes. This will be Alan Thompson Sim's first TSW release, and it's only coming to Gen 9 and PC. They also gave a big shout out to the community for all the feedback, so this one's definitely shaping up to be a very solid debut project. Just Trains has also been busy with the class 86/2 and its rolling stock. They're putting a lot of effort into the MK1 RMB buffet car, which comes in both Intercity Executive and BR Blue-Gray liveries. The inside looks great with full detail behind the roller shuttle and tons of props to give it that busy buffet feel. They haven't dropped a full breakdown yet, but they said a full announcement article is coming soon, so definitely keep your eyes out for that. So next, the Transport for Wales Class 142 Pacer is still in development, and it's also from Just Trains. The team shared a quick update on its features, including LED headlights, 2 leaf bifold doors, upgraded door control buttons, standing equipment, a smash glass emergency door handle, which isn't functional by the way, and NRN and GSMR antennas. It'll also come in 2 livery variants, one standard and one with the large start of a new Journey branding. Pretty much no new info, but still here on the roadmap. I'm so disappointed for US. We have no new US routes coming. It makes me kinda sad, but you know, I'm gonna be honest, they're probably saving whatever is new for US in terms of routes for the TSW6 launch, but I also have this weird feeling we might not even get a US route at TSW6 launch. If they make the Tadami line one of the base routes, then they might leave us off altogether. So I don't really know what's going on in that department, but routes aside, at least we have the Santa Fe gameplay pack. High Iron Simulations is nearly done with this, and this one focuses on the 1990s era and features 2 big locomotives, the GE C40AW in red Warbonnet livery and the EMD SD40-2 in the classic blue and yellow scheme. We're going to be getting 5 scenarios that cover everything from mainline running to local jobs and yard work, and the timetable will include over 250 services, and Union Pacific will be layered in using equipment from Sherman Hill. So we've got a brand new third-party developer on the roadmap, Grump Dog Games, led by Liam, formerly DTG Liam. His first project is going to be a Class 43 HST farewell pack for the upcoming Great Western Express remaster. So this pack is going to be a tribute to the final days of HSTs on the Great Western Main Line. It'll feature multiple special liveries and nameplates. And the big news here is that Dovetail has reacquired the GWR license, so we'll finally be getting proper branded liveries again for this part of the network. Liam also dropped a few in-progress screenshots of the remaster, and it's looking really good so far. Now on to fixes and patches. So April brought 2 main patches. On April 10th, we got updates for Zwala to Groningen, including ATB updates for the Vectron and tweaks to the SNG Sprinter. It also included fixes for Cardiff City Network, Thomas and Friends, and a few other routes. Then on April 28th, Steam players got the new Kolnaken timetable update and more general fixes rolled out for Ludwigsbahn, Frankfurt Fulda, East Coast Mainline Diesel Rail Tour, and more. There's also a big patch coming up for the Midland Mainline. Skyhook's adding TSW5 track shadow support, steam emissions at Ratcliffe, new lighting details for the power station chimney, and updated water materials. They're also placing Stay Calm charity posters at major stations, improving static yard stock, and expanding compatibility with cargo line packs. The Class 158 is getting guard mode support, better lighting, free roam fixes, and a fix for the second seat camera. The HST EMT version is getting upgraded wet materials and better support for the livery designer, including proper decal placement. So we definitely have a lot to look forward to in the month of May, but it is continuing to get more and more quiet as we go throughout the year, again, making it super obvious TSW6 is for sure on the horizon. So now for our Kolnaken timetable expansion. If you're playing on console or Epic, the Colnock and Timetable update is still coming for you guys. It's just going through more testing. The Steam version launched earlier since that was built and was already ready. And now the devs are finalizing the console and Epic versions to make sure they run well. There's no date yet, but it's in progress. The fact that they're not giving a date makes me kind of think that they're probably having a lot of issues with it. So honestly, I don't know if it's gonna come in May. It might be more of a summertime release. So I would plan on it coming later rather than sooner, just in case. And now we're coming down to the end. Community Mastery for May is live and themed around conductor duties, checking tickets, organizing luggage, and making sure passengers are taken care of. I hope all this goes well considering conductor mode is bugged so bad for so many routes and trains, but you know, I'll give it a shot. And over in Roblox, TSW Tycoon just got a pretty big update. You can now unlock pets, earn perks, log in daily for ticket bonuses, paint your trains in wallpaper, and add logos. It's already passed 2.3 million visits with over 10,000 positive ratings. So that's gonna be the full breakdown of the May 2025 Train Sim World roadmap. Let me know down in the comments what you're most excited for, whether it's a route, loco, or one of these upcoming gameplay packs or patches. I'll be keeping a very close eye on what drops next, and of course I'll be back with another roadmap breakdown when June rolls around. Thank you guys so much for clicking and watching. Take care and happy rail simming.